I'm the Hooded Lid and welcome to my channel. I'm just so excited about today's video. You probably heard about these Fenty Snaps, and I got one. I went online and I looked through the colors. I went to Trend Moods, I looked at some videos, and I felt like of everything that was there, I kind of had the things that I already attracted to and liked. This is the one that I don't have and I really, really want, and that's the number 7. And the number 7, this is an area I've been working on for months. It has the yellow, it has the khaki, there's a beautiful like steel gray in here, there's a bronze. If you haven't seen, I had a little thing with a Metropolis palette. It was a thing, it really was. Then I went on to the Melt Gemini, where I really had problems. And then I moved on to the Juvia's Place, which I thought was very well curated, much better put together than the Melt Gemini. And they did stay on the lids better and were far less messy than the Gemini, but they didn't stay on the lid well enough for me. For me, it's not just a matter of the look that I got, it's how long did it take me to get that look. You might have a beautiful palette with wonderful colors, but if I can't work with them and I have to spend 20 minutes on a look, it's a no for me. I'll give you points for putting it together, and as the viewer, I'm leaving it up to you. If you want to spend 20 minutes on the eye and you like these colors, that's great. For me, I want to like the colors and like the formula, so it's not going to take me 20 minutes to get there. I'm going to pull you in just a little bit and we're going to get into it. I'm going to see if I can do kind of a day look with this. Going in with this for my transition. I have had my glasses on, so I've got the nice little rub off right there, which I shall fix. Nice lay down, no problem. Just occurred to me, my under eyes are like way too dark for this foundation. But I just want to let you know, I'm aware. I'm not going to change anything, but I am aware. Going to go in with this beautiful gray blue color with a Wayne Goss. This is a very soft brush, and this powder is pretty pigmented, so I'm hoping this will kind of help me get there. If you use a goat, you're going to get a lot on this. Just wipe it off and now just work on the blend. So I only saw 2 reviews on this. I'm sure there's a lot more, but I watched Hindash, who didn't do a review. He's a makeup artist, a wonderful makeup artist, and he doesn't really review products, so it's impossible to know if he was having an easy time with it or not. And as a professional makeup artist, they have the tools to deal with difficult products. They have the tools and the skills. And the other one I saw was by Alicia from Kiki Sweat. I just adore her, but she tends to be pretty positive. Her overall tone is very positive. Not like that's a bad thing, but it's hard to know how something's really, really working for her, because she'll say, look, I love the overall look. I love the colors. Yes, it's a little difficult, but look at the look I came up with. And we, as human beings, tend to go with the overall tone instead of looking at these specific words. And when we do that, we kind of shoot ourselves in the foot when we're looking at a review, right? Because we're ignoring the part where she says they're a little difficult to work with. And after my experience with the Melt palette, I have decided to change the way I'm looking at things. It's not just great colors, it's how's it work with my skin, with my crepiness. I have my mirror and I just want to make sure my fingers are clean, pull this taut a little bit because I just felt like it wasn't blending right where I'm, you know, crepey, have wrinkles right through here. Yeah, I've got some wrinkles right there, but pretty good. I'm going to do this yellow, and this is another Wayne Goss brush. Now this is also soft. These are Squirrel, and going in with a Squirrel with a yellow, I might not get much out of this. Yellows are notoriously difficult, and I might have to do a goat. Well, I got something out of it, but I do want something brighter, so I'm going to go in with a goat. This is a Zoeva, and I'm not sure if this is a goat. This could be a synthetic, but it's a flat brush. And I thought I might have a little more luck with this. Absolutely getting the yellow. I'm wiping off the first brush, the squirrel, going in with the yellow. I want to kind of use that above my transition, or change my transition up a little bit, and bring some more yellow in here. No, I'm getting it. I'm going to go in with this khaki, and this is a goat, and I'm going to, I guess, go with the outer edge. Now, the khaki is probably lighter than the color I used in my crease, so you could probably do the opposite and do the khaki in the crease and do this dark color in the outer edge, but I think for me that would look a little more evening. I'd rather go in sheerly with this, and this is just, you know, me playing around. I'm certainly not an expert in laying colors down. I'm the person who looks at a palette and says, I have no idea what to do. None. Okay, I still have some patchiness right through here. I'm going to try again to work on this. It's funny, I don't really see it in this mirror. I see it in my other mirror. It's like, okay, well that's just my skin right there. When it's taut, it's not a problem. But when I'm looking here, it's a bit of a problem. And just blend out that gray a little bit more. The khaki's laid down very, very nicely. Going in with this bronze color. And by the way, I looked up the weight of this product, and I looked up the weight of the HUDA Obsessions. The HUDA, you have more product and more colors. So they are 9 and these are 6. And the HUDA is the better deal. You get more product with that. And the HUDA shadows are really nice. They're good quality. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of comparison to something else that is on the market. I'm going to go in with that color again, that bronze, and do a little under the eye. I like the idea of going in with a color that's not too dark under the eye, especially during the day. Take my big HUDA and just do a final blend. I feel like this darker color is a little trickier when you try to use it in a sheer manner. I used it last night with a really thick, dense, small brush and got something quite nice out of it. But when you're going in with a squirrel, the laydown is a little bit different. Still workable. I'm going to take this with a smaller brush. I'm not getting any drop down at all. I've got nothing bad to say. I really, really don't. I'm going to do the other eye and I will be right back. The ever-changing light is at it again. Alright, so this is the full look. Here's the eyes closed. I will say this is a function of my eyes, not of these. But when I lined with that bronze, it transferred right up into that dark grayish blue color right away. But with the eyes open, I think the look is really super pretty. I was trying to do a day look, which is why I went in with that squirrel with that dark color. Let's pull out. Alright, so I think that this is a look you can get away with for the office. I really do. It's very pretty. I don't have any issues with it. I am going to do a look a little more dramatic, and let's get into that now. I'm back. I decided to take everything off my lids and do one more look because I wanted to do more of a khaki look because that is what I'm really interested in right now. And then tomorrow I will go ahead and do the bigger look. Again, I'm going to go in here. I don't love to do 2 looks in one day because my lids are a little sensitive. And honestly, since I've been sick, I missed like washing my face for days. And then I wash my face and I think, oh, it feels so good, and then I wouldn't wash my face again for days. But when I got back into the skincare, I think I went a little ham with my retinol. And when I looked at my 13X, it looked like the skin was like burnt. It really looks bad on this eye. And I noticed when I put on my products the last 4 or 5 nights, it stung, but not just here, down here. And I thought, I need to take it a little easy. All right, hood receded. Going in the khaki with the same thing I did with the blue, this Wayne Goss brush. And I'm just going to put where I put the blue in the crease. So I'm just kind of going in circular motions, giving my eyeball a little massage, and then pulling out a little bit. It's a little bit later in the day, so the light has changed. I do have the door open, and I'm freezing. There you go. Is it really reading super, super khaki? Probably not. I'm going to go in with yellow now, which will probably help to bring out that green. Right here, this is a goat. This isn't the most dense goat that I have, though. I might switch it up. Whatever's left, I'm going to do on top of the transition. There's not much left. I think I could kind of stop right here. I could go in with a khaki pencil and line my eye a little bit. Let's do that. I got this at the sale because I have been feeling the khaki for a while now. I just haven't found the right palette for me. I can see I'm a little dark here because there's no light. I'm going to adjust my light a little bit. I'll be right back. I think this is a really simple 3-shade all matte khaki eye look for absolutely every day. Really pretty, and of course I did the Urban Decay liner, and that helps to kind of pull the khaki-ness into it. I'm impressed. I'm going to pull you in so you can get a better look. Eyes shut. I have no idea if this is even. But like most women, my eyes are very different. It just matters what it looks like when the eyes are open. I like. All right, now let's do the evening look. All right, I'm back. I'm still sick as a dog, you guys, so I'm wearing this wool sweater and a scarf around my neck. I know I look dorky. Sorry. When I was doing the playbacks of this, I could hear every breath I was taking. It's not pretty. So this is the star of the show today. This is what I did the other day when I first broke into this palette and played around with it. And I did a look that was inspired by Hindash, and I will put that here. Now, her eyes are very different than mine. She is not hooded, so I'm inspired, but I'm not going to get the same look, without a doubt. But I do like the idea of bringing the steel gray up here and then turning that into the khaki and then the yellow. So let's see if I can get something like that. Into the steel, and this performs so well with this kind of brush. It's just, hello. Fallout though. And I'm just feeling to the top of the bone here and going in just a little bit. So we have a little 7 here. Wiping that brush as I'm speaking and into the khaki. And now we're going to move from the gray to the khaki, and I'm still feeling the bone here. Same thing into the yellow. I'm just going to blend that khaki a little bit. Just working on the edges. And now moving on to the gray. With the tip of the brush on the edge. Clean off the brush again and going in with the bronze. And I'm going to do this right on the lash line. The overall look that I'm getting is really kind of pulled out. I usually would go a little bit higher. I'm going to take this with the khaki and just move a little bit higher. Just where the khaki is. And it's very diffused using this brush. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the gray. So I'm just going to put the khaki on the lid. Again, if my lids were like the model that he used, I'd probably be able to swing this off, but they're not. So we have to work with what we have. And I'm just going to kind of burnish this in with circular motions. Going in with the yellow, and I'm just going to kind of use this as a transition. This yellow is nice. And bring it a little bit more in here. And I'm going for here. I'm going to do an inner corner, which you know is not something I usually do. Let's try it with a pinky. I'm just going to take a soft, this is a, I want to say sable, but it's not sable. See, when you're sick, you can't remember words. But I just want to soften this up. Back with the pencil with the khaki, and I'm going to bring that under my eye. I mean, if we're going dramatic, we may as well. I'm just going to kind of stamp this line. All right, here's the final look. I would say on the main that these are the teeniest bit dusty, but it's the gray, the steel gray, that you really have to watch out for. That's the one I got some fall down with. But I went in with something really dense, and the denser the brush, the more you kick off. So just be sure to, if you're going in with something really dense, kick it off so you don't get any fall down. I think it's adhering to the lids pretty well, so I decided to do khaki all over the lid. My outline is still here. Same thing here. It looks like the gray fell away a teeny bit on this side. All I did was a little bit of concealer and some powder on my lids, so maybe if you used a real primer, it would stick a little bit better. But the overall look, when the eyes are open, is perfectly lovely, and I'm digging it. And I find that these colors can be hard to do, so I'm thinking that this is a good job, and I think I may have finally found a khaki palette that works for me, so points for that. The other colors in the range I can't speak to, but I do think that they're curated very nicely. My comparison obviously would be the HUDA Obsessions, and while that's a better deal and there's more weighted product, there's also a lot more shimmers in those. It's more of a look. This is more of a real woman, I think. And that's it. That's going to wrap it up for me. I hope it was helpful to you. Thank you so much for spending a couple of minutes with me. And until I see you again, I'm wishing you a great day. Bye.